I vividly remembered that day. It had been raining since morning. Then it ceased suddenly. The raindrops seemed to stop before reaching the ground, then without falling, scattered randomly. I felt like I was floating above the ground while walking, as if Earth couldn't hold me. The earthquake struck shortly after the rain stopped. The earthquake didn't happen in one place. It happened all over the world. Houses collapsed, large cracks appeared in the streets, landslides occurred in the mountains, river water overflowed and flooded the banks, tsunami waves ravaged the coasts, many lives were lost. Then all was quiet again. My body stopped rising off the ground, but not everything went back to normal. The world was not the same as before. Not only Earth, the solar system, the Milky Way, the galaxies far away, the universe, nothing remained as before. Scientists discovered that instability had appeared in the fabric of space-time. The value of gravitational force was decreasing. Gravity was weakening. But the value of all other forces remained the same. The three fundamental forces other than gravity, electromagnetic, and nuclear strong and weak interactions maintained their strength. The Earth was slowly leaving the Sun was leaving the galaxy. But this defeat of gravity did not happen overnight. Its power gradually decreased over thousands of years. The reader might think, how is that I, a mere mortal creature, know about events that stretched for thousands of years? In fact, I have been dead for a long time. In this new self, 1 or 2 atoms of every human body like yours. Don't be afraid. By the time I am writing this, you'll be gone. 1 or 2 atoms of every human body like yours. A few atoms of the air that you are breathing now will be found in my body. A poet wrote, then who says I'm not there that morning? Eventually, the force of gravity started to die. The Sun was lost at one end of the galaxy, and Earth alone was leaving the galaxy in the darkness of infinite space. No, life on Earth had not yet become extinct. Humans had been able to combine a few hydrogen atoms to create the energy of helium and stars, a process known to the reader as fusion, which is currently happening inside the Sun. Numerous small artificial suns like these were placed on the surface of Earth. From those, they got heat, plants got light, but all the forces of gravity began to flow out through cracks in the sheets of space-time that formed thousands of years ago, and humans could not stop it. Earth wanted to be torn to pieces. People temporarily kept it together with belts, ropes, and hooks. Some things remained the same. Feelings of love. I fell in love with a woman, but she did not love me. Then, when Earth could no longer be kept together by ropes and belts, she settled on a giant rock that would have a different trajectory from the place where I lived. She knew that. Her excuse was that during the last dissociation of Earth, her rock, which I named the island of Malabar, would head for the Andromeda galaxy. I believed her. I thought she wanted to spend the last days of her life in the opaque, dreamy light of Andromeda. This might have been her last wish. But the day the island of Malabar got separated from Earth, I saw a man coming out of her house. She had hidden this information from me. I was sad about her deception. One day, I was looking through a telescope at my former love's asteroid, the island of Malabar. I was looking for her, because no matter how much I tried, I couldn't erase her from my mind. I also don't know if it would be right to call her my former love, as she had rejected all my affections. But reader, I don't feel any joy in writing the next words, but rather I am now overwhelmed with sadness. My heart was pounding with panic at what I saw. I saw through my telescope the body of my former love, the body of her lover behind her, their home, and the whole island of Malabar slowly crumbling. Reader, I don't know if you can understand the reason for this, but I immediately realized that after the demise of the gravitational force, it was a turn of the electromagnetic force. The electromagnetic force that keeps our bodies, our houses, the trees, and the rocks together was disappearing fast. Earlier, before Malabar's separation, I tried to warn my girlfriend. Again, I don't know if it would be fair to call her a girlfriend. I tried to warn her, but she didn't believe in my intelligence. I tried to tell her that if anyone in the universe could avoid the death of the electromagnetic force, it would be me. No, I'm not God. As Earth headed out of the galaxy on its solitary journey, I frantically scooped up small black holes from the edge of the galaxy. As the force of gravity disappeared, these black holes started to lose particles. It can be said that the black holes were radiating energy. I harnessed that energy to create a small new universe. The physics principles of that universe were different. They're not like those of our universe. I knew the day would come when not only the force of gravity, but also the electromagnetic and nuclear strong and weak interactions would be lost from this universe. I knew that the only way to survive that catastrophic loss was to create new types of natural laws, new types of interactions. I'm not selfish. I had tried to let everyone in the world know about my fears. I tried to tell them about my new universe where they would be safe. But no one believed me, including my ex-girlfriend. Then, when the universe came to an end, a small new universe that I had created, which I named Camelot, survived amid nothing. I'm not against living alone, but I would need a starry night sky, waterfalls, the Himalayas, the Caribbean Sea, Malabar Island, the Sahara, deer of the forest, butterflies emerging from caterpillars. It is difficult to live without human company, but if people did not exist, then at least I wanted nature. The name Camelot reached me through the stream of history. All I knew was that it was an undiscovered castle, perhaps existing only in a dream. But there was not enough energy in my Camelot to create the nature that I just described. I used the energy bound in Camelot to do one last thing. What we understand to be space and time did not exist anymore, but I had the means to create time in a new way. The new way allowed me to create the 21st century, to create you, the reader. I created this moment when, reader, your vision's focus would be on the word this. That vision would be only for a blink of an eye, but my Camelot would create that blink of time, one blink after another blink in a continuous stream. And I? Am I in the 21st century or not? Couldn't I have created another Malabar island? A former love who would now respond to my advances? These are difficult questions. The answers are not easy. So, my dear reader, in the end, I remained in a quantum oscillation in the tangible and illusory reality of Earth and that of Camelot. I know this story, reader, may not satisfy you. It may not comfort you. But what I have described here is a story that will happen millions of years in the future. So there is nothing to worry about it now. But I should mention that 65 million years have passed since the extinction of the dinosaurs. You reader, you live and blink uncountable times. In that one moment after blinking, as you open your eyes, you'll see that another 65 million years have passed. Reader, you're already living far away outside the time.